Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life. Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life. Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform.
Hey, how's everybody? What are you guys doing, man? Mars has gone direct. Has life gotten better? Did you find some solutions to things? Have things worked out, or at least starting to? Gosh, I hope so. Maybe at least if nothing else, you're not so depressed, eh? I'm Hollis. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to one of my live broadcasts. I'm also going live tomorrow with a great question and answer. So, because a lot of times when I get to doing these lives, you guys come up with a lot of questions, and then and then I end up spending the whole time I'm supposed to be doing readings answering questions. So, good to see everyone. Hey, Don. Hey, Izzy. I'm going to just call you Izzy, okay? I know you put the word Donna over there now, but I think you'd like to be called Izzy. Hey, Izzy, how's it going? I've been pretty good. Mars retrograde, we survived. We survived. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. And all right, Maddie. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'm probably going to do spirit led. Yeah, it was looping Izzy because I was having a trouble getting it to go live in the group. So now Bright Hawk's gonna do it. I don't know why sometimes I have a hard time going live in the group for some reason. Gosh, but it's been giving me trouble recently. It's certainly kind of a pain in my butt. Um, so when you see it doing that, it's probably because I'm having some sort of technical hiccup, and as you guys know, that can be kind of a pain in the butt. Hey, Brandy. Hey. Good to see you, Brandy. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Bright Hawk, for getting us live in the group. Hi, Pamela and Nikki. Welcome. It's good to have you all here. I'm so grateful for all of you. Let me just say that out loud. All right, Linda, we'll see if your grandson will come through. Hi, Tanya. Let's just keep praying. Remember, keep putting it out there, because I'm going to do spirit-led readings, but there's no harm in saying out loud or typing, I'd really like so-and-so to come through, right? Okay. Because, spirits actually, like, some people we've gotten into like hip deep about being a spirit on the other side, like where people talk about like, so if they can hear me thinking about them, can they hear all my private thoughts? And that could be kind of scary for some of us. So I asked, right? I asked. And my guide said they actually can't. But they do sense when you say their name. And that's why in a lot of ancient traditions of connecting to the other side, most people use their name or an item that belonged to them or something. Even just conversing with your family or your other loved ones about your past loved one, a lot of times that spirit will come closer to you. And just for your information, you do not, let me repeat, you do not need a medium to connect to the other side. Just saying, yes, I can connect to the other side. Yes, I can connect to your guides. Yes, I can bring validation through. Yes. And you can also learn to do it yourself. And I think it's good for you. And I think it's a great way to heal from grief. So if you're struggling with grief right now and you just can't see the end of the road, consider that. Consider developing your own third eye. Consider learning how to do some guided meditations, learning how to connect to your guides, because it could be really, really good for you and help you in the healing. How you doing, Malaya? How you doing? Great to have you with us. Hi, Linda. Oh, welcome everybody. It's so good to see everybody. I was wondering if I went on last minute, if that'd be okay. All right. So, welcome. Your hubby's a rock star. Okay, Brandy. Oh man. All right. Nikki. Welcome, Nelia. And Pamela. All right. And you guys can see how many readings are needed right now, right? Yeah, Amanda, it's really good to keep your memory alive about the person that you loved. Yeah, it's a great way to honor them. Hi, Marie Grattan in the group. And Juarez, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad you've joined us. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. It's a funny thing because what I notice is that, I let spirit choose. It's a hard choice for me to make. It's hard for me to be like, okay, because you see how many people need a reading, right? You guys see this, right? Okay. You see that. Yeah. Okay. So, if I did a reading for everyone, gosh, I'd be exhausted. Like, you know what I mean? So, I think it's good that some of you have learned that, that it's best to stay open, stay excited, yet don't get hung up on it. Okay. And yeah, it would drain energy. But I like doing readings, but too many readings back to back like this, especially in this setting, because this is actually the hardest setting to do a reading. Did you guys know that? This right here. What I'm about to do is the hardest way to do readings because I have to now sort of siphon my way through and try to get to one person and then match it up with a person. Okay. Now, even if I just focus in and if I try to choose, that's even harder. So I find that doing spirit led readings, I ask my guides to check in and to send whatever spirits should come through first. And usually it works out pretty well that way, especially because spirit knows, you know, who can afford it, who needs it more, who really needs to know something. Hi, Marie. Marie Grattan is hoping her husband Gary will come through. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. And remember, when a message comes through, it doesn't just have to be for that person. It could be for all of us. And at the end, I am gonna try to see if the spirit that's been knocking at my door, which I haven't quite named yet, or I kind of hear the name, but I haven't grasped it yet. So once that happens, then I'll be able to build from there. Okay. So I'm going to channel the spirit at the end of this. Okay. The alien or divine being or whatever you want to, I'm not sure. I'm calling them a divine interdimensional being. How's that? Okay. Hey, T. It's good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Feels so good. All right. And I am super hyper grateful for all of you. Because you know what? I if I if you guys weren't here, what would I do? Read for my dog over there? Most of the time when I'm channeling, he looks at me like, what are you doing? Okay. Right now, he's sound asleep. So, thank you, all of you, for being here today. Really, honestly, I feel gratitude in my heart in this moment. I'm going to speak my intentions right now to my guides. I'm going to ask them to bring whoever through that needs to come through. And if you hear a message for someone that's for someone else, but it resonates with you, that means it's meant for you too. Okay. The universe works in amazing ways. And when I'm bringing messages through from the other side, whether it be from spirits or divine interdimensional beings, even if I'm just talking and it seems like I'm just talking, I'm actually channeling. Okay. And when I'm channeling, just listen. And if something's resonating for you, that's the universe working maybe to get a message to, a half dozen of you or a dozen of you. Okay. And, because there's like 100 and some people watching right now. Okay. So I appreciate you all, Nelia and Amanda. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're welcome, Izzy. It's all about seeing each other, isn't it? It's all about seeing and loving each other. Yeah, yeah. Because what would my gift be without all of you? It would be just me talking to my guides. It helps me with my life. It helps me. I call upon my spirit guides in the here and now. I call upon you to come to me now, to be with me in this moment, to stand at my side, to bring through messages of divine importance. Help me to bring through the messages that help connect people to their spirits of their loved ones on the other side. I'm here to help the grieving. Help me help them. Help them to find validation. Help them to have confirmation of the other side so that they may find closure, belief, and even self confidence. Thank you for helping me guide anyone in this moment. Thank you for helping me to interpret the messages to the best of my ability. Thank you for bringing messages through with people that are listening right now. Thank you, Spirit, for being here in the here and now. And thank you to the divine interdimensional being. I will channel you after I have done a little work for the spirits on the other side. Thank you for being so patient, all of you spirits. Thank you for all the energies out there that are reaching out right now. Thank you for all the people that are tuning in. Thank you for being here with me in this now. I appreciate all that I have in this moment, and I appreciate all that is. Please help me to be accurate in my definitions and in my interpretations. Help me to be precise and straight up, blunt, and honest. Thank you for helping me to stand strong and to be me and to do it my way. Thank you. Show me the way that is the wisest. I appreciate when you show me the way. Thank you for helping me be authentic. Thank you for helping me to channel. Thank you for helping me to connect to the spirits on the other side. Thank you for helping me help them heal their grief. Namaste. Okay, I definitely have an older woman. Well, she passed when she was older. Older. I mean, probably, 60s up. Okay. Um, she's laughing because she was never really clear with her age. um, and she feels kind of she's a little bit traditional, but not so traditional that she had a closed mind. And traditional in that she liked to cook, she liked to take care of her home. She was probably, she's saying that she did have some work when she was alive, but she enjoyed sort of making home, being a homemaker. She enjoyed her home. She's even showing me, I think it's crocheting or knitting projects. I think it helped her relieve stress. So she liked to do that, and she loved to cook. In fact, she was a really brilliant cook. Um, and so, in fact, she's saying that you enjoyed her food. Okay. Um, the person that's listening, um, whoever that is, um, it really enjoyed her food. Okay. And you also knew that she did have jobs, but she didn't always have a job. But she did sometimes work outside the home. She did also some volunteer work, and she did enjoy cooking for people, and she enjoyed taking care of her home, decorating her home. Um, I'm seeing like little doilies. You know what those are? They're like lacy things on a table. Okay. She said in her old age she got a little round. I can see the outline of her. She is a little round and kind of shorter. I mean, not super short, but shorter. Um, and she's just kind of like, well, it happens. She really liked her own baking, especially bread. And um, hmm, wasn't that funny, Missy? Because Missy, right before I closed my eyes to see who the first spirit was, I seen your name. And I was like, oh, it's Missy. And I was just going to try to channel in and see who I get. So I'm wondering if it is your aunt. Does this sound like your aunt? So just for context, everyone, Melissa Berryberger is the first person I read for on AOL chat rooms 25 years ago, not to make us feel old or anything. Does that describe your aunt though, Missy? I don't know anything about your aunt. Okay. She's kind of traditional, but mostly just because she liked it, not because she was forced or anything. Um, kind of round in her older age. She's saying she wasn't always round, but she did have good even down to the doilies. So yeah, so Missy is saying yeah, and even down to the doilies. Yeah, they're like little like yeah, I guess that's what they're called, little like lacy things that you put on the table under your little it looks she likes to decorate her house. And did she knit? She knit? Or crochet? Whichever. Okay. So Missy's like, yes, yep. Okay, wow. Everything. Everything is matching her. Okay. I haven't read for well, I guess I have read for you, Missy in a private reading, but I haven't this hasn't happened in public for a long time, huh? Okay, so let's see what else we can get from her. I've never read your aunt, I don't think. And she cooks. She likes to cook, man. She's back to the food thing again. Is there a recipe or something? Um oh, her mom did. Okay, it could be. Could be an imprint from her mom. Hmm. Maybe she did and you didn't know. Um so do you have a food that you she's saying that you made it your own. So there's some sort of really great cook. She really loved food. And she said that there was a recipe that you sort of do that's like hers. Um oh, the recipe was Thanksgiving stuffing. Okay. 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 Yeah, she feels very traditional. Gosh. It's almost like cookie cutter, if you know what I mean. Whoa. Okay. She's making a big shift. I think she's showing me you with your daughters and your granddaughters, your grandchildren. So because it's like you, and then there's like people that they try to spirits try to show that are younger than you, which would be your daughters, and they're all girls. And then but then the grandchildren includes a boy, and I think that's your grandchildren. Um, Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, make it your own. Oh, okay. So she always said, just make it your own. Ah, okay. Like you can make it this way, but make it your. This is the way I make it, but make it your own. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So she's making reference to your daughters and your grandchildren, and she's indicating that you, which is giving me the chills right now, but I think I can say it in a good, clean way that you'd be comfortable with, is that you should be proud of yourself and that there's a major karmic shift in your soul and your generational trauma, like related to your mom, um, and whatnot, going backwards because of the work that you've been doing with your grandchildren. Because I think they're older now, right? They're like young teens, like 16, 17, maybe 19, 20, somewhere in there. Young adults. Let's call them young adults. Oh, or almost young adults. Um, and she's making reference to them. And she's saying that there's a karmic shift in your soul. And she's saying that you felt it. And even though you lost your spouse, um, that you have navigated it really well. And she's saying that your youngest granddaughter is 17. Right. Okay. So she's saying that your work with your grandchildren has righted some karma, not just from you, but also from your mom and like two generations back. So this would be female lineage, and she's like showing me like that you personally have sort of reached between both sides and raised the generational trauma. So you've taken the trauma, healed it on both directions. And she feels that it is very important that you know that at this time. She says that you need validation for that. I mean, I think that you kind of would know that, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't think we've had that conversation. And so, but she's saying that you healed it forwards and backwards. So not only are you healing it going forward, you know, that your grandchildren had better lives because of you, but also you're healing it going backwards because of any trauma or whatever that you experienced as a young person with your mother and your life, and then your mother's trauma. So it goes back a couple generations and forward a couple generations just by the work you you have. Like, I don't know, I'm getting huge chills. Missy, you always do this to me. You send chills down my back for 25 years. You do this to me. It's hilarious. You're like my muse or something. You have no idea how much I needed to hear this exactly today. All right. See? And I looked right at you. I seen you. And I always feel comforted when you're here for some reason. Maybe because you're kind of like my muse. And it's like an artist has a muse, if you guys don't know what that is. An artist sometimes has a person that inspires them. And I sometimes feel that way with some people that come and hang out with me during your lives. Missy's not the only one, but Missy definitely has been with me for the longest, because she's the very first medium reading I ever did. Okay, 25, 30, I don't know, 25 years ago or something. Yeah, thank you, Aunt Barbara Jean. Yeah, she just wants you to know that. She's trying to validate you some reason. I don't know why, and maybe, you know, you can choose to tell me in private later, but and you don't have to voice it here. You've said enough. And she just is like, you must know this. This is just the thing you must know. I love you too, Missy. You're so sweet. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's so. And you know, I was just, and it's funny that she came through now, and now she's reminding me. She wants me to tell you this. So just recently, there's been some psychological research about grandparents on children, and how grandmothers in particular have the potential to heal generational trauma of their children. And in fact, most grandmothers do it consciously or not. And I'm homeschooling my grandchildren, so I totally get it, Missy. Totally get it. Oh, a lot of crap came out today, and I really needed to hear this. Okay. Yeah, see? Spirits know who needs it. Spirit knows who needs it. Spirit knows who needs it. Thanks, Jamie Rose. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, if you're a grandmother or a grandparent, know that your role in your family is more important than you think. And I think that's the general message here, is that is something really powerful. And there's lots of grandparents on here. Lots of people are grandparents. And you have the potential to change your grandchild's life. So even when it feels out of control, even when, you know, maybe your child is stuck in their Saturn returns, or something's going on with them, or they're in the middle of an emotional breakup with their partner or something, right? And you're like, your child, right? Just know that you can step through and hold that child up, just like Missy did, just like I'm doing. Yeah, and Missy saying she was a very big influence in my life, and she's also saying aunties can be too. Okay, so aunties can be too, and that's true. I had aunts that changed my world, changed my life. And if it wasn't for them, I'm not sure I would have believed that anyone loved me. So I didn't have a grandmother, but I had an aunt. I'm with you there on that, Missy. Yep. And Barbara said, my grandsons, I never know I could love anyone as much as I love my children. Right? See, Barbara? Yeah, yeah. Jenny, I'm virtually homeschooling my grandson, virtually on Zoom. Every morning for 3 hours. It's hilarious. Anyway, okay. My grandchildren live in Pennsylvania. I live in Colorado. That's how this works. Yep, it's weird. I know, but it's working. So, gracious greetings to you too, Kiki. Good, happy greetings. All right, let's see what other spirits I can come through. June said, "Yeah, after my son passed, and now I'm taking care of my granddaughter." See, June, it's important that you hear all the messages, you guys, even when it's not for you. You gotta listen to the messages because they are meant for everyone. Okay. All right. Let's see who's behind Missy's aunt. Oh, this is a younger woman. And your auntie's bringing her through, Missy, but I don't think she's related to you. She's guessing her like she doesn't know her, but she's kind of a stranger, but she's introducing her like they're on the same team or something. Okay. This woman has she's actually showing herself to me. I think that looks were really important to her. She has long, straight brown, dark hair. It could be black, but it feels dark. She was a little bit younger when she passed. She wasn't particularly large and she wasn't overly thin. She was about average. She has a beautiful smile, a really beautiful complexion. She's kind of radiant, I would describe her as radiant. That's kind of person, and she really loved her hair and she loved her face. She wore a little makeup, but she never went over the top, she's saying. She wore a little bit of makeup, just a little bit to enhance things, but just on special occasions, she's saying. Just on special occasions. She would like get dressed up, okay? So she is showing me her fully dressed in a beautiful dress. She's wearing a dress. She says she only wore this special occasions. She says it's a special occasion for her to come through right now. And so she did enjoy dressing up. She did enjoy dressing up. She has a nice long dress. Um, it's really pretty. She's kind of twirling a little bit just to kind of show it off, like swinging it around. She does enjoy the dress thing, and she has a little bit not high heels on, just little pumps, and she's and the dress kind of looks patterned like flowery or something. So I believe she did enjoy her femininity, but I think she might have died like in her 40s, maybe 50s, somewhere in that 40s 50s, in there, like what I would call middle age. um and she's very polite, graceful, and quiet. So she's not particular. She says, "I'm a little shy." Okay. And so that's why Missy's aunt is trying to help her. Okay. So she's a little bit shy. She's trying to show that she's a little bit shy, but she was very not clumsy shy, more gracefully shy. So like she's a little bit quieter than most, and she may not be super clear about, you know, talking, if you get what I'm saying there. She's so very sweet. She's very graceful, very positive, very sweet, supportive. She wants to support me. She's like, "You're doing a great job of describing me." That's what she said. She's very supportive. She's very positive, and she kind of likes gentle things. So she's actually showing um I think it's a martini, sort of like a fancy drink. She's showing me that that she has a fancy drink. Not like a beer. Not a, not a mixed, hard iced tea or something. More like a martini in the fancy glass with a little olive in it and the whole nine. I think it's a martini. I'm not very good with my drinks. It's not my thing. But um yeah, she has jewelry. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Is this someone else connected to you, Missy? Wow. Um yeah, she has I'm looking at her jewelry. Let me hone in. She has a necklace on, but it feels a little bit gentler, kind of like this, like just a chain with something on it. It looks like a locket or something. It's a heart, I think. And then she has a bracelet here, like just a simple bracelet. Yeah, she has bracelet, and she has not a lot of rings, but like two or three. She definitely has earrings. Um, okay, Izzy says doesn't quite match. Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Does the gentleness match Izzy? Does she enjoy like margaritas and not margaritas, martinis and like gentle drinks and was she shy? I don't think that's your mom. Izzy, I think I channeled your mom before. I don't think it's your mom. Tori Ann, the age was somewhere around like she passed in her middle age, so before she got a chance to get really old. So that would have been like in her 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. She's saying that she didn't get that old. She's like, I didn't get to live that old, but I will next time. That's what she's saying. Very gently, but I will next time. And she's kind of on the shy side. Yeah, I don't think it's your mom either, is he? Yeah, your mom. Yeah, your mom was a drinker, and I'm not sure she was like a martini drinker. She was more like a mixed hot, like hard iced tea type of drinker, right? And she wasn't shy, right? Exactly. So, um, Alea, my grand is Alea's grandmother. Missy's saying it sounds like Alea's grandmother that passed. Um, Alea is my 17-year-old grandchild. Okay. So, hmm. Oh. Okay, it could be Torianne. Does this Torianne in the group? It sounds like if it sounds don't listen to the age that like, middle age, sure. She's not real clear. Was she kind of shy about her age? She kind of shy cuz she's kind of shy is also what I said. She's kind of she's kind of like, "Oh, like that." Okay? Like she's not I would say that she's strong in her grace. So Tori said that she was 34. Tori Ann in the group said she was 34. Okay, but she was extremely shy. So this is matching. Missy, your aunt was saying that it wasn't somebody she knew. So I don't know that it's connect, but maybe I don't know. Um Tori Ann said she was extremely shy. Tori Ann did okay, so let's connect and see if I can find some factors that can help us really connect. And extremely positive and supportive. And so I was about to say the Tori, the heart necklace, it has some sort of emotional significance for her. It was a special item. Mm, sounds like it was like a gift or something. Hmm. And the heart necklace is very important to her. Oh, I see. Okay. It's my brother's ashes. Now I get it. Okay. Because she is saying that it has some sort of emotional significance for her. Yep. She's with your brother. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is you, Tori, because now she's showing me a young man at her side. I'm gonna call him a young man. Oh, I see. Yes, we made sure she had it with her. Well, she's also saying that he's with her now, and she's saying that he's his best self now, and I'm seeing him as a young man. So I'm not sure he actually passed at that age. Like sometimes spirits will show themselves at a different age, and he looks like so it's your brother, which was her brother-in-law. I see. Okay, but you guys are close. Okay. But she's saying that like he's with her now, and she made the comment, she's making the comment um that he's his best self now. And she just has a really gentle smile about it. He's his best self now. I feel like something went wrong when he passed. Something, it feels like an unfortunate situation. And that he was like maybe mentally a little, oh, okay. He was schizophrenic. Okay. Okay. Validation there. I see. Okay. He suffered from schizophrenia. Okay. All right. That explains it. But she's saying he's his best self. He looks like a young man, like, I don't know. He's young, like young man, like 1920, and he's very striking looking. He even has a little bit of dark hair. A nice complexion as far as I can tell, and he's very confident and strong in himself and stable standing right beside her. Okay? And she's saying that he's his best self. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the age he passed at. Okay? Um and she's holding him. She's like got her arms around him, and they're together. Um and now he's kind of swinging her around a little bit like they're dancing. Cute, sweet. Um just kind of a casual, you know, uh friendly dance is what I would call it. He went at 39. Okay. Did he suffer at his own hands? If you know what I mean there, Tori. It feels like he may have left at his own hands. Okay. It was his first episode in his early 20s. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Schizophrenia can be a tough one. Yeah, it's a very touchy topic, and that's probably why she's kind of avoiding it. She just indicated that he's his better self, which says a lot, right? Just that in itself. Like she knew how to do that. See what I mean? By graceful, she knew how to do that. How to talk about something, talk about the elephant in the room without saying there's an elephant in the room. Right? Which is cute. And now they're dancing, and he actually has indicated to me that he's free now. So he stepped forward. He said, "I'm free and my karmic plate is clean." That's what he said. "I'm free and my karmic plate is clean." So Tori, whatever made him sick while he was here, he cleared it. His karmic plate is clear, he says. It's done. He's not being punished for whatever happened right before he passed. Yeah. Yeah, Tori's like, "That's her." Oh my. Yeah, they're actually quite sweet. They're having a great time with each other. They want you to know that they're free, both of them, and that he's perfectly free. And Tori said she was the sweetest, kindest person. She was my best friend. I see. Yeah, she's very sweet, very kind, very graceful, talking about the elephant without speaking of the elephant. And she also, and he indicated that he was free now. He wants you to know he was free. I don't know what happened right before he passed, but she's saying that he, whatever happened, maybe some karmic things that maybe you were like, oh man, don't take that to your grave type of deal. Maybe he did some things that were inappropriate for others or hurt somebody else, or he's also saying he's sorry. He leaned in and was like, I'm sorry. Just know that it was my illness. He says, but you know that. And then he says, I'm free now. So, like, he wants you to know that he's free now. I'm free now. So, he just wants you to know he's okay. All right. And now he's showing himself, looks to be like a field with some trees. Just kind of walking around in a very free, sort of almost skipping type of way, in a very happy, free way. And she said, that's all I needed to know. I wanted them both free from the pain. I told him he was forgiven. I was the first one with him. I see. Okay. I see, Tori. Yeah, that sounds, and you know, the thing is that sometimes mental illnesses can haunt us, right? Haunt us past what we can really handle, right? So, Tori, I'm sorry about your brother and your sister-in-law, and I just want to say that they're both free on the other side. I'm glad I could bring that closure to you for this moment. I'm glad I could bring that message through for you. And just know that it is true. Okay? All right. Well, let's pull away. Tori, I hope that reading was helpful for you. I hope this was helpful. Let's see if I can get another spirit in here. Oh, okay. We're going to have a visit from the angels. Okay. There's a young child that passed. Feels like a boy. But I feel like it's a young child has passed. You're welcome, Tori Ann. This is a young person that has passed. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. What is this Nicole Medium person? A scammer, huh? Scammer! Scammer alert! Scammer! Watch out, you guys. Nicole Medium is a scammer. I just banned them. Okay. Okay. All right. Big love to all of you. Okay. Thanks, Sue. I appreciate that. Thanks. All right. So I'm having what I call a visit from the angels. And essentially, a lot of angels are coming down. Angels for me are usually children that have passed. But, okay, so there's a couple of things going on at once. So the spirit that's bringing them through, though, is a young boy. This feels like a baby, maybe, or a small child that passed. It feels like it was long enough for you to hold him. He was alive long enough for you to hold him and to start growing up a little bit. Okay, he's saying he was a toddler. So in the last lifetime that he lived, he was a toddler. His most recent life, the person that's listening now feels like mother or grandmother. That's the person right now listening. He's saying, he's a young boy. I'm pretty sure he's a toddler. He's a young little kid. And he's running around. Yeah. He's kind of having a good time, but he's saying that and I'm not sure he was able to actually run around like that when he was alive. So I'm just saying. I think he may have been sick before he actually got to run around like a crazy little boy like he is right now. Um, so this child may have died before they could walk. Okay? Because he's saying, I didn't get to do that. That's what he's saying. But he's running around now. He's saying he's running around now. I feel you holding him. I feel you holding him. I think he may have been like sick or something. Huh. Did anyone lose a child? Hmm. Hi, Jessica Ashley. Welcome. Okay. Amber found her baby brother dead at 3 months. Did you hold him during that moment, Amber? Just after he passed? Like, did you pick him up and then realize he was passed or something? I feel like this person was holding him when he was sick. Wendy, you lost a child. How old was he? Wendy Winters in the group. How old was he when he passed? Was he a little baby? Or was he like, 10 or something? Um, okay. Let me see what else. Sometimes little kids, they're angels, so they just come through with these really deep messages, which I do need to bring the angel message through in just a moment, but I want to try to find out who this child was. My right hand is burning, so that's telling me that you knew somehow he was sick. You knew something was wrong when you were touching him or picking him up or something. At some point, you touched him and you felt that there was something really wrong. Um, okay, Amber said he cried a lot. I always walked him around. I was holding his hand while waited for the ambulance, but I knew he was gone. So were you holding him with your right hand, Amber? Do you remember? My right hand is on fire. Like you were, and that's an indicator that you were holding him in the moment when he passed. Like in the moment he actually crossed over. You may not have realized it, but you were. That's why I'm saying. Um, wow, Amber. I'm pretty sure, Amber, you were holding his hand and you may have thought, like, you may have already called the ambulance or whatever. Yeah, and he was lying on the bed and but I was holding his hand. Yeah, I feel like my right hand is on fire right now. And that's an indicator that you were holding his hand or touching him in some way before he passed or as he passed. I feel like he was passing in the moment that you were actually holding his hand because it was comfort to him. So he wants you to know that that was comforting to him, actually. Okay. Because he's saying that he wasn't quite a toddler. He didn't quite get to do all of that, but he was meant to pass when he did. Okay. And he's saying that you held his hand in that moment. There's some reason you have to know that. I'm not sure what you're struggling with now, but he's saying that it refers to the now of holding people through their death, of sort of holding people's hands while they pass. That's kind of a thing. Did you know that, Amber? He's saying that you're one of the people that should be holding people's hands while they pass. Can you believe that, Amber? That's what he's saying. Um that's why he's making references to it. That's why he's making references to it. Okay? It has something to do with now. What's happening now, Amber? Okay. She said I did. Everyone else was freaking out. Exactly, Amber. That's a special place. Trust me, I do it too. I hold people's hands when they're passing. It's not an easy thing to do, especially when everyone around you is kind of freaking out. And oh, I see. Your mom in June. Did your mom just pass away last June? Did you hold her hand too? There's a special role. It's a special role, Amber. And Sue Fisk, that is called a death midwife. It's called a death midwife because I am one. You kind of you just made it before your mom died. That wasn't a coincidence, Amber. That's what he wants you to know. It's not a coincidence that you are ending up at people's side, holding their hand just as they pass. That is not a coincidence. He's saying that it's destined, and your guides are trying to get your attention, that you are a death midwife, that you are meant to do this. Amber, that's how you heal, is by helping others pass. I know it seems like a weird thing, but you must answer your calling. Your brother is trying to help you. Okay? I'm a death midwife too, and when I started doing it, I couldn't believe the healing that I experienced. It's profound healing when you hold someone's hand at the end of their life. You can go to nursing homes, you can work in hospice. Are you a CNA? Are you working in healthcare? Are you working with the elderly? There's something about it, Amber. You have to listen to the call. It's a beautiful gift, but sometimes, Sue, um so Amber said, I lost my mom and I'm lost. And Sue said, it's actually a beautiful gift. I agree, Sue, it is. But sometimes when you're faced to it, when you're first coming to terms to it, you don't feel like it is. I ran from that gift for a really long time. And yeah, Sue said I did it at a nursing home when I worked there. Yeah, exactly, Sue. And that's kind of the weird thing, eh? Yeah. So yeah, it just kind of happens to you. You just end up at the bedside of people that are passing, and you end up holding their hand, and the next thing you have to do. Thanks, Missy. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, it can be very difficult to accept it at first. Like, you're kind of like, am I supposed to be doing this? Should I be doing this? Why? Oh, Amber says, yes, I'm working with the elderly. Yes, one of my clients is passing of esophageal. Gosh. Okay, Amber. Amber, you're supposed to be holding people's hands as they pass. It's your gift. Your brother says you think you don't have a gift. And he says I can say it. Bullshit. That's what he's telling you. He's telling you that you have to hold the hand. Okay. Now he's bringing down some other angels. He's got a team of angels with him. Gosh, I don't know how many. We can try to count them. Okay, so I have exactly a dozen angels, including Amber's brother. This is people that have lost a baby. This is people that have aborted a baby. This is people that have lost like stillborns and things like that, miscarriages. So if you have them, put the number in the chat and we'll see if we can count them up and see if I'm anywhere near. Oh, now they just said there's more. Okay. So there's more people. So this is going to count abortions. 20. Okay. So however many miscarriages, abortions, or children you have lost, please put it up in the chat. And I'm going to see because this is for all of you. So just put, 1 or 2 or 5 or whatever, however many miscarriages or lost child under the age of puberty, so like 10 and under, anyone that's miscarried, aborted, or lost a child under the age of 10 or under. You're welcome, Amber. You're welcome. Let's see if my number's anywhere near right. Sometimes I'm on point. Sometimes I'm good at counting angels, but I will say that they're very large entities. So sometimes it's a little hard. So far I'm up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sue Fisk, is your son's girlfriend there with you now? So we got 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm in the 20s. You guys, 22, 24. Okay. Counting for the people in the group. Very, very. So we have to take 4 off. So I was very right. I was very close. I said 20-ish and we got 19 because I have to take Sue's 5 off because her son's girlfriend is not with her right now. Okay? So it's just people that are sitting here right now. 19 people. I already counted you. I think Brittany, I already counted you. Yep. That's the second time I've seen your number 3. So 19. This is for all of you. Everyone that's lost a child. Do not blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. This is not your fault. You lost a child because that child was meant to come through you. You are actually resilient. You were meant to have that child, bring that child through so that that child could bring through one last or maybe a half dozen lessons for the people around them. They taught lessons when they came through. You learned them, even if it was in the loss of the child that you learned lessons. Things changed, things shifted, and that was their destiny. It was just this one last little thing that they had to do before they passed. These babies had to come through, okay? And when a baby comes through like that, it's not for no reason. That child, you didn't just lose that child for no reason, or that abortion, even that abortion that, okay, so Spirit's saying there's an abortion that wasn't counted. Okay. So this is also for that person that's not fessing up to the abortion. Okay. So Alicia, maybe that's what I'm counting. Okay. But welcome. It sounds like you just came in. Okay. And so they're saying counting the abortion, it is meant to be. The baby was meant to be lost, because they had to teach a lesson coming through and they were about to become an enlightened being. So you gave birth to an angel. You gave birth to an angel. That's what you were supposed to do. You were chosen because you're resilient. And so don't blame yourself. It's not about how strong you are or how great of a mother you are or able or any of those things. It actually has a whole lot more to do with that it was meant to be, and that spirit was meant to come through you and finish up whatever last things they had to teach about love and connection and life and death. And when they taught that, you learned it. And thank God, because you fulfilled their final destiny. And now they are enlightened beings or angels on the other side. You gave birth to an angel. And that's what happened. Even the abortion, spirit saying they knew it was an abortion before you did, before you even knew you were pregnant. You were supposed to abort for a reason, Alicia, as well as the 2 miscarriages. Okay? As well as your child under 3. Yeah. It's just a reminder. That's for everyone. Okay? Yeah. Just take a deep breath for a minute and just contemplate that for a minute, because we're all being reborn again and again and again, trying to become enlightened beings. We're all working towards the same end goal. We're all trying to become enlightened beings. And in that, as we're doing that, right, sometimes we have to experience things like this in order to value. Life would not be valuable if we didn't die. I know that sounds really harsh, but just think about that for a minute. Life would not be valuable if we didn't die. And that's what makes life valuable. Yeah. Thanks, Sue. Yeah, and it's actually the angels have channeled this message many times through me. They love it when I channel this message. They come to me in hordes like this when I'm doing these kinds of readings, and they're like, "Okay, somebody needs to hear this message." And I'm like, "Okay." So yeah, and Alicia said, "Yes, I believe he was brought to me to experience love." And you probably experienced love on a much deeper level than you ever did before. Like deeper than you ever even imagined, Alicia. Like, isn't it so, like, love is such an amazing emotion. I was talking to my grandson about love today because we were talking about emotions, and I was saying how you can get rid of anger with a breath, but you can't get rid of love with a breath. And that with a breath, love actually gets deeper. And with a death, love gets even deeper. And that's a funny thing about love, huh? Michelle, you got chills? Me too. That chicken skin again. Guess I was meant to be here. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that's the angels. Let me just see if there's anyone else that needs to come through. I just had a dog come through and he's like looking around and he's like, "Hey." He looks kind of like a retriever. He was dark colored, so he's either chocolate or black lab. And he's very curious. And he just like kind of walked through really innocently to like break up the energy a little bit. Oh, he's cute. And he's like sniffing around. He has a toy in his hand, in his mouth. It kind of looks like a stuffed animal or something. Hi, Cherry Blossom. I hear you, Brittany. Well, that message was meant for you. Yeah, Alicia, clearly you were meant to catch this one live today, huh? Yeah. Yeah, if you ever want to know more about your child's passing, just connect with me because we can look at the astrology death chart, and that's a fascinating thing. I've looked at death charts of children, young children, like 5, 6 years old that have died, like drowned or in a car accident or something. I've also looked at, I can look at anyone's death chart really. There's something it's kind of magical in the astrology chart. Now, astrology is actually a legitimate science that we use to predict things and connect with things. And oh, thanks, Izzy. Izzy did a death chart reading with me, and it was amazing. The great thing about like doing it for children, for instance, is you can understand what the meaning was. Like, why did they die? Why did I lose a child? What was I supposed to gain from this? Like, if you're having a hard time with that question, or you just need some validation, I find that the readings, when people come to me for kids, they're often very validated. Sometimes it's like past life things, it's some sort of karmic thing that has to be cleared or whatever. And so, just letting you know that those astrology death chart readings are really powerful. They are like I can't. I'm being honest with you. The astrology death chart reading is more accurate than my mediumship reading. Okay. My mediumship reading is about 85% accurate, sometimes 90%, but on average, probably 85%. And that's pretty average. Some people are like 80, 75. Like most famous scientists study, they say mediums are only about 75% accurate. But I'll tell you what, astrology is so on point. It is so spot on. I am often flabbergasted. I surprise myself with it. I start doing it and I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't make this up. And it's so weird. It's so amazing. And I'm just going to say, okay, if you're looking for a deeper understanding into the death of your loved one, check out the astrology death chart. I'm the only person in the world that does it. It is a one of a kind reading. I don't know anyone else that does it. I haven't found anyone else that does that. Okay. All right, Alicia. I look forward to visiting with you on that. Um, Barbara said, I'd love if it was my dog, Amber. She had an identifier. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll look and see. You did my husband's chart. It was insane accuracy, isn't it? It's wild. Astrology is like kind of like this. Like the accuracy is off the charts. Yes. A death chart reading with Hollis is absolutely hands down amazing. You're so gifted. It was very enlightening. That's all. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate that. Thanks, Izzy. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm just letting people know because some people misunderstand astrology. They don't really know what it is. They don't really know what it means. They don't understand what I'm talking about when I say a death chart. They just don't get it. And then once I explain it, they're like, oh, where do I sign up for that? Um so yes, Amber, it will work if you don't have the time of birth. Yes, it will. I can do it. It's just slightly like there might be some things that I'm not too sure about. Okay, like they're like sometimes I can still see their cause of death. Um, it just depends. Sometimes there'll be some things that are a little less, that are a little bit more foggy without the time of birth. Yep. I know what you meant. Time of birth. I got it. Yep. Yep. I can do it without the time of birth. Sometimes I'll try to rectify it. If it was an adult, I can rectify, which is I can make a guess at what time they were born based on some personality traits. Okay. Or the way they looked, their face. Sometimes I could look at a picture and I can go, oh, yep, they look like a Cancer rising. There are certain personality traits in the face and body shape that will give away what your rising sign is. For instance, I'm a Scorpio rising. Okay. I'm going to just take a few deep breaths. I appreciate all of you. I want to express my gratitude again. If it wasn't for all of you, I wouldn't be able to do readings, and I don't know what my life would have. I mean, I guess I would still do something. I have a lot of meaningful things to do. June Oswaski, is the death chart reading done live? No. No. It's always done in private. First of all, it's usually a little too revealing for people to do it live. Second of all, it's really a one-on-one thing. It's very focused on you and the person that passed. It takes me a good Yeah, the dog is still there. He's kind of lounging out on the floor, messing with his stuffed animal. He does have a little lumpy lump on his hind leg. Um okay, Amber. Yeah, birth certificate will make it more accurate. Then you'll be blown away. um and June, is the death chart reading done live? The other reason it's not done live is because um yeah, I do it live in Zoom, just you, me and you in a Zoom meeting. I record it and then send it to you when you're done. That's how it works. But I don't do it in this capacity. First of all, I want to be able to show you the chart, which I could do on here, but we don't need everyone else here, right? But yes, it's absolutely done live. I show you exactly what I'm referring to in the chart. I do channel a little bit in my mediumship. Like I'll say, the chart says this, and I sense this from your loved one. Okay. And then it's recorded, and it takes me a good hour to get through their personality traits, their death, and how it happened, and what was going on. Answer your questions in relation to that, and then also see your relationship with them, because I also look at your birthday. So you need the person that's passed, birthday, time, and place. You need their death, time, and place, date, time, and place to the best of your ability, and your birthday, time, and place, because I put you and them together to see what your relationship was, so that you can come to understand what this death was, why it happened to you, why now. So Janelle said, I love that my raven was a black lab. Janelle, did it have a little what do you call those little oh, we got another spammer, you guys. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Izzy's like, get rid of him. I got him. Um your black lab, did it have like a little, what do you call those, little fatty deposits on there? Thanks, you guys, for calling out the scammer. I appreciate that. Yep. Um who had a yeah, I guess they're called lymphomas. They're not like cancer. They're just like little fatty little, my dog has one. Um but it's kind of on his back hind leg towards his tail. Um my Toby, okay, my Toby was a chocolate lab. Did Toby have like a little, like mole like thing, little fatty deposit on there, June? Who had that? Who has a dark dog, likes to play with toys, and has a little little lipoma, little. Okay, he's chilling out now. He's chilling at my feet. Um, I think I got them all. I think I got the scammer, you guys. Boy, they love to get in here, huh? Man, be forever deleting all their emails. They say the same thing over and over again. It's not very smart. Anyway, so who had a chocolate lab or a black lab, a dark lab? It's not a Goldie, with a little lump on their, like, sort of back near their tail, kind of on their leg, kind of. I get a lot of dogs, so a raven name. Okay. Oh, June said yes. Yeah. June said yes. My Toby did by his behind. We had it removed. Well, but he's showing it now, so it's him. I feel like is what he's doing now, June. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's your dog. Did he like toys? Did he kind of like to like hang out with a stuffed animal? Like a dog toy, a stuffed animal thing? Yep. Very curious dog. Did he often walk in on a hard moment and make everyone smile? Because that's what it feels like, Toby. It feels like Toby just walks in like, hello, and everybody smiles because he's like just got that kind of energy to him. So anyway. All right. It's a dog for sure. And they're hanging out with me. I'm pretty sure it is Toby, June. I feel that it's Toby. All right. So, for the last little piece, let's take this moment to see what the interdimensional divine being, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I'm a dog whisperer, so I like dogs. Um, I'm like, I actually studied the dog whisperer's way. Did you guys know he's spiritual? Did you guys know that? He's a real spiritual dude. Yeah. He was on Michael Beckwith, which is a real spiritual guy too. He's one of my teachers. I learn a lot from him. Michael Beckwith. You should check him out. He has a podcast called Take Back Your Mind. And he had Caesar Milan on there, the dog whisperer. I totally love Caesar Milan. Um, no, Izzy, I said I didn't think I was channeling your mom, that I did in the past, and I'm pretty sure this wasn't her. Your mom didn't feel that gentle, is what I was saying. Um, thanks, Nelia. All right. Yeah, and June said yes and laid by the feet. That's exactly what the dog is doing, laying by my feet and very playful. Mhm. Yep, exactly, June. Exactly. We must have some sort of connection, June. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're all here. I'm glad everybody's tuning in. Um we're going to take a minute to channel the interdimensional divine being. Um Wow. Chelsea, you came across my page after your dog passed. I do pet readings, Chelsea. We could chat about that. Um Alicia, it's very simple. You need the birth, time, date, and place. Death, time, date, and place. Birth for you, your birthday, your birthplace, and your birth time. Okay? Okay, if you have a rough idea, Alicia, of past time, that's okay. Birth time is actually more important. Okay? It's fine. That's fine, Alicia. That's close enough. That's fine. Even a rough idea of birth time is better than none at all. Okay? Okay. I have a question and answer tomorrow. So maybe you guys can catch me tomorrow too. Okay? Um I'm sure he's okay, Kim. I'm sure your loved ones are always okay on the other side. Nothing bad can happen to us once we die. I'm just going to say that out loud. People are always saying that. They're like, "Oh, I hope they're okay." And I'm kind of like, "They're okay. Trust me, they're okay." Um the bigger question is, are you okay? That's a different question. So, I'm going to call upon the interdimensional being. I'm going to allow you to step forward in this moment. Thank you to my guides for helping me to release, let go, and allow. Woo! Woo! Okay. Well, hey, Hollis is fun, eh? And I'm glad we're all here. I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're connected. This message is for all of you. This message is for each and every one of you. Everyone, listen up. You are here for a reason. If you're alive right now, you have a special calling. There's a reason you're alive. You're here for a particular reason, and everyone has a destiny. Everyone has a reason for being alive. Every single person has a unique journey here on earth. It doesn't have to look like anything. It doesn't have to be structured any particular way, and you don't have to relax. And this is not about that. I got interrupted, huh? I got interrupted. Whew. I have to release and let go and let them come through. I can't just be interrupted like that. It's crazy. Okay. Woohoo! What was that? All right. So, everyone, you are here for a reason. There's a reason you're here now. If you're alive right now, you're alive for a reason. You are not here to just spin and spin in a job, in a pointless job to make money. You are here for a reason. There is a special thing you are to do. Each and every one of you has a unique journey, a unique thing that you are doing. Find your gifts, discover them, get curious, follow your heart, follow what inspires you, what feels good to you. Do that thing. Keep doing it until it runs out, and then go to the next thing and keep doing things that make you feel good. That's what's important in this moment. This time, this time right now, this lifetime that you're in right now, it is very important that you fulfill your destiny, that you fulfill your calling in order to save humanity. You see, everyone, more people that follow their destiny will help humanity. It actually will help all humans raise their vibration a little bit higher. So it's very important that you follow your destiny right now. Listen to it. Figure out what inside of you feels good, because that's how you follow your intuition, and that's how you figure out what's the best move for you next. Of course, you can always do things like astrology and such, but that's not what's most important is that you get on your path. Most of you know what this is. Most of you know what's important to you. You know what makes you feel good. Even if it's connecting to certain people or walking with certain people, just know that that connection is very important and you need to keep walking in that connection. You need to keep those connections alive if that's part of your path. Thank you for expressing your path, because the more people that express their path, the better off the human race will be. So when you see the human race suffering, one of the reasons that the human race is suffering is because many are not expressing their unique, authentic way. So once you start to express your unique, authentic way, you will find that the universe and that humans in as a whole begin to improve on how they treat each other, and general vibration will rise, and there will be more positive expression and less negative expression. So it's very important that you completely embrace authentically who you are, because that is what will improve the human race. That's what will evolve the human race. So that's very important that you do that in this here and now. Okay. Okay. So that's the interdimensional divine being. Slightly interrupted. But okay. Sometimes it's a little bit intense experience for me, like coming and going in and out. And I think they are becoming stronger. I don't know, or at least able to express more freely. So anyway, um that being hangs around all the time when I'm doing readings and asks to come through when I'm ready. They usually give me like an overview of what they're gonna say, and then they come through, and then I make space for it. I have to like just, it's sort of like doing a medium reading but more intense. I have to like kind of relax and just allow them, and then it kind of feels like someone jumps in. It's a lot like it's very similar to when I do possession. I don't usually like to do possession, but because possession of a spirit usually is kind of exhausting. Um but for some reason the divine being is not. So, I don't know. Hi Tiffany, welcome. Although this is the end. So, it was beautiful meeting with all of you today. I hope that you got some messages that were helpful and inspiring. Whew. Remember, I don't want to forget that, I have written some guides at my website. There's a beginner's guidebook to astrology. There's also one on how to connect with your spirit guides. And if you use that code, I have an online store with a couple of things in it. I might try to add some more things to it. But if you use that code right there, LIVE, live, that means you heard it on a live, you get 50% off. And so most of these guides are like $5. So it's a very, very inexpensive purchase. So, thanks. I appreciate that, Izzy. So if you are looking for a guide like how to connect to your spirit guides, how to like be a beginner reader of your astrology chart, like just understanding your sun, your moon, and your rising, anything like that, it's just a beginner's guide right up here. I also make meditations. I'm working on one now for stress. With Bright Hawk Productions. I'm gonna give you all that link in the chat here, but we make meditations. There's even one about remember how I was saying that anybody can connect to the other side. Well, that's exactly what it is about. It's about how to connect to the other side. It's a great meditation for that. I'll probably make another one at some point, but in the meantime, there's one made, and it essentially guides. It's a guided meditation to help you get connected, to meet your loved ones on the other side. So I'll give that to you now so that some of you can connect with that that guided meditation. I think it's really good. It's really helpful. I think it's really, I don't know. I think it's really powerful. So, and that's a free resource for all of you. There you go. And on that channel, if you check, there's also other guided meditations for a variety of things. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. And the messages, I'm glad they were good for you. Thanks, Barbara. You're welcome. And you're welcome, Nelia. So there's the guided meditation there for you. And like I said, this is a very inexpensive. So that's free resources there. They're guided meditations that I record with Bright Hawk. And then there are these guides that are very inexpensive. They're like a few bucks, but they can be really helpful to help for new people. You're welcome, Tori Ann. I'm glad you joined. Glad you're listening in. And just so you know, okay. So yeah, you can totally connect on that link that I just gave you in the thing, and that can be really helpful. And of course, you can book with me at any time at divineandrogen.com. Thanks, Cherry Blossom. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you, really. I appreciate that all of you are here in this here and now. Because like I said, what would I do without you? Sit around and do readings for myself? Who does that? Well, I guess I do, but it would get boring after a while. Okay. But anyway, I hope all of you will tune in tomorrow night. I have another live tomorrow night, and I think Thursday Nicole Hoop is going live. So we'll see you then. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you all for being here, tuning in on a regular basis. I'm so lucky to have you. I'm so lucky to be part of this community, and I hope you appreciate this community because we all support each other around here. That's what we all need mostly, don't you think? Like after you've lost someone, that's really what you need is a connection to other people that can support you. Take care. Take care, everyone. I appreciate you, and please take care of yourself. Please listen to your intuition. Please believe in yourself. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. She said such a great live, amazing readings and messages. You're welcome, Sue. And may everyone be blessed with a beautiful evening. Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate that. Lots of gratitude tonight, and I hope all of you have a great day, great evening. All right? Bye-bye.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.